What is up, everyone? You can tell by my background, I am here for another horror movie review. This is day 3 of 31 Days of October, or 31 Days of Fright, whatever you want to call it. And day 3, as you can see, is Mousetrap. So, in this film, a group of kids is trapped inside a kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese. A Chuck E. Cheese is the closest approximate to anything around here, anyways. Uh, and a masked killer wearing a Mickey Mouse mask goes about picking them off one by one. So now it's time to get to the nitty gritty of this of this uh, of this movie. Um, Unfortunately, the best part of this movie is the opening credits. They do kind of like a Star Wars thing where they really poke fun at Disney. But unfortunately, for Mousetrap and anyone watching Mousetrap, that is the most creative and best part about this entire film. So if you're gonna watch it, watch the opening credits and then turn off the film, because nothing that happens after that is worth seeing. Uh, Pretty much all the kills, except for maybe like 3, maybe 4, happen off screen. And if you're gonna be a horror film, I get having maybe a few kills off screen. Kind of building up the suspense of those particular deaths. But the fact that so many happen off screen is well, it's annoying, and the kills themselves are unimaginative. Like in this day and age, I feel like the kills either need to be really brutal or really creative. And realistically, his kills are super basic, the majority of them. There's one that I would say kind of where I kind of pop for, but the rest of them, stabby, stabby. Oh, look. The acting falls very flat. You can tell the actors themselves don't really want to be here. There's a guy at the beginning of the film. I'm not going to give anything away. Does probably the worst British accent I think I've ever heard. Like, I've heard people in Discord with better British accents. So, it feels like they were like, hey, let's do a Mickey Mouse movie, and let's not be creative, imaginative, or make the slightest attempt at making a good film, because quite frankly they didn't. I am shocked this is on Peacock. I would love to know exactly what uh, I'm gonna assume that whoever distributed this film had some kind of relationship with Peacock, or Peacock is owned by them in some form, fashion, or way, because this movie sucked. And I mean really sucked. And they could have done so much more with this movie. Like, this could have been a really cool, imaginative film, and instead, we get bland special effects, we get flat acting. Like, this is possibly one of the most disappointing movies I think I've ever seen. So, I'm gonna give this one -3.5 stars because of how bad it was. I would not go watch Mickey's Mousetrap. And again, if you get stuck watching it after the opening credits, after the little Star Wars thing, that's about it. It's about the best part of the movie. None of it works. None of it's good. None of it was even an attempt to make a decent film. It was just, hey, Mickey Mouse horror film. We got some money. Let's go blow it. Unfortunately. But the next film is another Jared Holmes recommendation. And that recommendation is Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey Part 2. So I'm much more excited to watch that than I was at the end of watching this. So I'll catch you tomorrow for day 4, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2.